Following the closure of a major port of entry in San Diego in order to prevent migrants from entering the country legally to seek asylum, a number of them attempted to rush the border and were met with violence. Now, Border Patrol agents used tear gas, and the effects were obvious based on the videos that were posted all over the place online. But Fox News wanted to minimize the severity of that situation as a way of justifying it and making it seem as though it really wasn't as bad as it seemed. It's not so terrible that Border Patrol agents are using tear gas against women and children who are fleeing violence from their own countries. Now, Border Patrol Foundation President Ronald Colburn is one of those people who's trying to justify all of this and minimize how terrible it is. So let's hear what he has to say.
They fired the tear gas. Is that warranted?
Absolutely, and to clarify, the type of deterrent being used is OC pepper spray. It's literally water, pepper, with a small amount of alcohol for evaporation purposes. It's natural. You could actually put it on your nachos and eat it. So it's a good way of deterring people.
Oh, that's great. So I would like the opportunity to spray that tear gas or supposedly pepper spray all over his face because it's natural. It's probably good for your skin, you know? Maybe it'll help out with that situation you got going on. Why don't we go ahead and spray your face with that natural product that you think isn't that big of a deal?
I like how he also sprinkled in a little bit of racism along with the horrific ode to violence that he had. Well, you could put it on your nachos. That would be fine. To Anna's point, and I don't want any of this to happen because we're not monsters like the people on the right wing. Just a rhetorical question back at him, given what he's saying. What if we put that stuff on your food? My guess is you would say, oh, left-wing mob. I can't believe it, what mobsters they are. And look, you guys need a safe space when someone protests you at a restaurant, when someone talks to you at a restaurant. And then you talk about, well, we're just giving them a little bit of pepper with their nachos, as in reality, you're tear gassing men, women, and children. Well, that's awfully convenient, right? So they are, man. They get a kick out of this, some in the right wing. They look at this, and for them, that's like porn to them. And so I'm not surprised that guy said that. He'll say much worse. And Fox News will eat it up. They're like, ooh, that was good, bring him back. The audience really loved what a vicious racist that guy was. That's wonderful, let's bring him back.
Yeah, the propaganda coming from Fox News, I mean, it makes me embarrassed, honestly, to be an American, to be associated with people like this, to justify using tear gas against people who are fleeing violence in their own countries. Like, I get the frustration, again, when it comes to immigration, the inaction by Congress, the backlog at the border when it comes to these asylum seekers. I understand all of that, and we need to find solutions to all of that. Using violence against them, not the solution that I'm looking for.
Last thing on this, you know, on the show, we always talk about what if the shoe was on the other foot. So, hey, don't go to Tucker Carlson's house. You wouldn't like it if they went to Elizabeth Warren's house, et cetera, right? That's because we try to be decent people and think about, hey, no matter what the situation is, right wing or left wing, let's see if this is the right thing to do or not. For those guys, though, they never consider that the other people are humans that they could empathize with. So when we do that rhetorical trick that Anna just did, and say, okay, what if we tear gas you? He'd be like, how dare you? Why? Because he's a person. He's a human. Of course you can't tear gas him, that would be monstrous. And if the government did it, they'd be jackbooted thugs and he'd have to grab his weapon and try to kill the government officials who tear gassed him, right? But when you do it to Latin Americans at the border, I hope they enjoyed it with their nachos. So, because they're not really humans, he doesn't care about them. That's how they view the world. And it's really profoundly disturbing.
Thanks for watching this free clip of the Young Turks. Don't forget to become a TYT member today. For more exclusive content, join now at tyt.com/join.